Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle round tips from Margarete Gilga. I thought this one seemed unique, to the end result, and there's a variation that I'm going to show as well. I just really liked it, so I thought, well, we're going to do this. Okay. So it starts off with, because it is a border tangle, although you could stack a bunch of border tangles and make it a fill-in, up to you. So a couple lines close together. Does it have to be straight? Nope. It can be however you want it to be. All right, then we're going to essentially put a zigzag in here, or, well, no, I guess it's a zigzag. It depends on how you look at it. You could look at it as triangles. So I'm going to start here at the edge. And hold on to the tile. Ooh, there we go. All right. So this one is going, from, one edge to the next, one line to the next. But then we're going to aura it. And sometimes when we aura, well, gosh, what there was one of these tangles that was like this, and I remember, I don't remember the name of it, but we went from one line to just shy of the other, something like that. And I remember not catching it, like, oh, that's why it's not looking the way. Well, this one though, we're filling in the space completely. Then, it's one of those pick a side. I'm just picking what's towards me, and we're gonna aura the inside, but we're going from, that line up, leave a space, and then coming down the other side like that. Sometimes when we aura, this is why I want to point it out, because sometimes it will be, we aura, and maybe you're auraing the whole space. It's really just the one part of this zigzag, the bottom, the way I'm looking at it. Okay, so we get all of those. Then, now I'm going to turn my tile upside down because we're going to do a big C-shaped curve line. And then what I decided to do this differently than Margarete has on her step out. Do take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can see that. And she has a ton of decorating ideas, so another good reason to see it. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a big C-shaped curve line, kind of from the middle of here, middle of here. You're kind of going middle, middle, middle. And if you want to put little dots like that, you can. All right. And this we're going, if you're looking at this way, we're going on the peak. We're going, let me also add, we're going to go underneath these. We're not going over. Generally in Zentangle, we work underneath stuff, although every once in a while we get a nice tangle that goes over. Okay, so here's how it's going to look. Like so. And then we're just hollowbowing. And if you're not familiar, as you can see, I'm moving my pen as if I'm making one continuous stroke. It's just, and this is a small space, so it makes it a little bit easier. But so that's why I'm, coming along, and then just really trying to have it be one continuous stroke, at least in my mind anyway. And that helps with the the continuity of it a bit. All right, and then this is going to be just a partial one. All right, now, keeping it in the same direction, we're going to aura this. We're going to do it to the outside. And here, similar to what we did with the triangles, we're not going to come all the way in. We're going to stop there and then continue the aura, right? So we're auraing where they meet also. Maybe that's a good way to think about it. like that. And let's see, that is essentially it, except to decorate. And let's see, you know what, do I want to try something different? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to do this because this is what we did. I did in my version of the step out. Maybe I will, well, I'll debate on if I want to, maybe I'll just thicken those lines at the top versus I did rounding and at the top of those. Well, this one, that's going to be the straight up. Well, I guess I don't need to read. Well, maybe I do. Right on the edge. All right. Oh, yeah. Here, if I just thicken it. Yeah, like that. Sometimes it's fun, you know, instead of doing rounding. And this is kind of like if you've done the Tangle Mycelium, Pepper, Puyang. I'm sure that there are some other ones where you're just thickening the tip, and you can go one side or the other or both, but you're coming down whatever the spoke is, as you can see here, a little or a lot more. That's completely up to you. And it's just kind of neat because it doesn't have to be exact, and sometimes that is a good thing. Ooh, like that. Yes. Okay. Because what I'm thinking to do, similar to what I did in the step out, is to do. I'm going to do this variation, but first, let's do this. Let's highlight the big zigzag. Oh, although, well, you know what? I can still do that. All right. Here's the what I'm still going to do. Just because you have all of this stuff to play with. And I'm going to fill in, let's see, let me leave a shine maybe right there. We'll see if I make it on all of them. Sometimes, careful. Yeah, so I mean, you have so many choices as to, you know, what you could do, whether you are putting tangles in them, or, you know, lines, orbs, fill in, stripes. It's just up to whatever it is that you want to do, what you like. Any tangle, like you could fit some flux in there, I'm sure. And that's just, you know, using your pen, let alone all of the, you know, there's different things that you could do as far as, you know, adding graphite in there, because that too you could fill in. You could just do regular shading. This one, try to make these little shine points or at, you know, same ish. Well, that's not too bad. And I do like to keep them jagged. It makes it look realistic. And I can come back with the 01. Now, what I sometimes do, what I think I like to do more than I do, is put the shine point in first. So I'll do a little scribble where I want it. That way I don't have to think about it as I'm going. All right, there we go. And it's just neat. So then we could put, we could do shading on, well, you know what? Hold on. I just had this thought. We'll see if it pans out. Just on the one side, because that will give it some dimension. Ooh, what did that do? All right, I'm getting a weird double line there. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why. Oh, I kind of like that. It adds some interesting dimension. So you don't have to do both sides if you don't want to. If you wanted, I could do this, which I'm going to. just with what's left on the Tortillion to emphasize the over and under. This side is taken care of. Oh, but there we go. Okay, so this is, I guess it's the first version. It's kind of hard to tell, but this is version 1. The second way she did it, variation, is this. Same start with the 2 lines. And then instead of a zigzag, we're going to do seed shapes in a zigzag format. And sometimes that's hard. So I'm just thinking you get the 1/2 started, okay, on the diagonal, and then the other side. And then just turn your tile. That could help. And then if it also helps to start kind of where you ended, like that. Because I fear it's like, well, if I go here, oh, I might miss, or I might, something. Well, that's kind of a straight line. Doesn't matter if you make the second one a little curved. It makes up for it, and it's all good. This one, yeah, it's a little bit wider just because, I don't know, I doing seed shapes in a zigzag is for me is a little bit more of a challenge than doing this. And then the rest is essentially the same. So that's why on the variation step out, I did these 2 steps together because you can see it above, but everything else is the same idea. You just have a little bit more space here to go under. Not making these very, very tall. And of course, I mean, that's something that you could play with is, what size C shape you want here. And then, oops, I didn't finish that. Okay. And then aura-ing, same idea as I said. Like that. And then, like I said, same idea. Now you have all of these spaces where you can have fun filling in, shading, etc., decorating however you are moved to decorate. I'm going to do this one the same as I did before, just so that way. Sometimes I think it's kind of neat to do, well, although, oh no, I could do that same thing with the seed shape. Never mind. I didn't. I did it with, I did some wispy lines on my one in the step out, but that's okay. I'm allowed to change my mind, and I do. I'm gonna have to do this more, the thickening. I usually, like, my default go-to is to do the rounding. I need to add this in, where I do it, where I'm not, thinking about it on purpose, like, oh, let's just add this, or that's more of my go-to. Okay, let's do this where we'll decide where the shine is. Kind of in the middle. All right, then we'll go with the graphic one and fill that in. And while I do this, let me mention, I already mentioned the links to the step outs in the description section, so check those out. Below that is my link tree, so if you enjoy my goofy style, and I hope you do, and you'd like to connect, or like to come and do some classes, below the links to the step outs is my link tree, and so that has every resources. I'm have to adjust that. Seemed like a fiber came off of this, but no. But yeah, ways to connect with me. So you can follow my website, which is essentially like a blog also. And that's where I do daily tangle like this. I will put out class recaps and things. Well, and if you subscribe to this, you'll to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the replays as well. Well, I should say, if you subscribe and you have notifications turned on, or if you do like I do, I will not turn the notifications on. I take that back. I turn them off because they're defaulted on, because I don't want my email going crazy all the time. And then, but when I come to YouTube, then I check and see who I'm following that has new content. I think it has like a little red dot or something, or it brings it up to the list of subscriptions up to the top, something like that. Okay, I'm going to shade this similar to what I did here. But just so you know, especially if this is the first time that you've watched, or maybe you turn it off, at the end when I start blabbering. I do teach classes twice weekly. A lot of them are free. It's called Tangle Time. It's on Thursdays generally. I do 2 sessions, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. my time here in Michigan. And information for that. There's some places you can follow specifically for classes. Also, my Facebook page. You can follow me there for postings. I am working on some other means as well, because it's just nice to be able to have the reminders or be able to register, for it. And I'm working on something that is my own, not going through, another service type of thing. All right, let's just put one there. Wow, look at that. Oh, and I wanted to clean up that one little line because it was bugging me. Okay, let's see if I can do it without messing anything else up. Oh, there we go. A little bit. Okay, any other touching ups? Nope, I think it looks all right. But anyway, come join us for classes. If you happen to be on Facebook, we have a private group, Tangle Addicts Community. There's a link there. Answer the 4 questions, and you're in like Flynn. We have a fun time. It's such a great group of people. All right, so there we go. 2 ways to do this. And again, take a look at that for more inspiration link, because boy, oh boy, really nice and different ways in order to have fun with this and decorating it. So, all right, I said all the end stuff already. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.